Hey, Tom here, FlipAnythingUSA. So I actually had to take a break because I had another deal, which will make number three purchases in the last, if I get this one. Looks like I do. If I get this, and I'll show you a little bit of it too, by the way. But I thought it'd be interesting because people always, the question is, why deals happen, right? Why do deals happen? And I got a Black Friday sale. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe, hit that like. You won't find a channel like this. I show you tons of property that I buy. I'm a very active investor. I have been for 42 years. And people often comment they've never seen anybody quite like me. Every property you see here, these are all properties that I purchased. I personally negotiated. When I say, I don't say we. If I say we, it means me, myself, and I, because that's how I made these deals. Is pretty much one-man show. Don't get me wrong. I have people that work for me, carpenters of all types, and not everything is a value add. I've done a lot of that. I've got just about every kind of property you can imagine, stuff that you drive by every day, and that's what makes me such a relevant mentor and somebody that has worked out so well. I'm going to show you some stuff. I'll show you a couple properties that I have. I'll also show you one that I'm looking to own here very quickly, and I'm excited about. And if you guys have any questions, we'll do a call in here in a little while. If anybody has something they want to talk about, just put it in the chat, and I'll send you a number you can call, and we'll just go live. We'll go live. So hang out, and you'll learn a lot.
And listen, time is on a mission to eliminate all the snake oil and the fake gurus that fake y'all. He'll show you how to build an empire, starting with nothing but a desire. All you really need is a good mentor, not a used car bullshit. With time, you'll learn to crush it. Investing like Warren Buffett. With real estate, you cannot procrastinate. Everyone who hesitates is left at the starting gate. Hey, yo, so don't delay and join today. The mentorship and flip anything USA. Go.
It's the best thing I ever did.
All right, thanks for hanging out. So look, it's Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm having a Black Friday sale. I've got probably the most successful mentorship on YouTube. I invite you to compare it to absolutely anybody else that's out there. I'm very proud of my students. I've got amazing stories, and I actually share some of that. This gentleman here just made a deal. He's made, I've been saying $1.5 million, but it's clear he's made at least $2 million just in equity on this thing. He's got about a $3.5–4 million building, and he got it for under $1 million, and that's it. You see behind him, it's beautiful. Over 24,000 square foot. I think it came out to $42 a foot. A lot of people are afraid of land. A lot of people are afraid of retail property, strip centers and that sort of thing. And so that's why a lot of people that have been in real estate for many, many years come to me and get into the mentorship, even though they've been maybe even as long as I have been. I've been a very assertive, aggressive investor for a very long time. And there's really not much I haven't made money on. I made millions on land, acreage, millions on lots. I've made millions of dollars on houses. I made millions of dollars on commercial, industrial, apartment buildings. So anybody want to talk or look at stuff like that, let me know. And I got some great students. I got Liam here in the class. He just popped in. I see he's here. Hey, Liam, he's a carpenter like me. And I got a lot of carpenters in the class now. It's good to be handy. It really is good to be handy, but it's not absolutely necessary. In fact, people think that just because I'm a carpenter that I prefer to do value-add stuff. I actually prefer to do nothing if possible. Nothing makes me happier than a property that's been recently updated. Let's see. PGM wrote, what rate of return do you buy with these rates if you're buying strip centers, etc.? So that's a good question. So look, for a long time, up until recently, unless you're playing with stupid money, and stupid money, I mean, Florida. Glad you're in Florida, Liam. Good for you, buddy. Nice place to be while it's getting cold. Look, if a property, has a 10 cap, and you can borrow the money for, whatever, 8, and maybe there's room to raise the rents, that sort of thing. There's a lot of things that go into buying a center, like the center you see behind me that Jerry just got. There's room to raise the rents. There's I'll show you a property I bought, and the first thing I did is I raised everybody's rent, and I cleaned up the property. I made it a little nicer. But yeah, so look at this one here. This is a really good example. Let me show it to you. Okay, so look. Oh, I'm going to the wrong property. Oh well, this is also a good property. This is a property. This is a kind of a warehouse, but that's not what I intended to show you. So let me show you. I have warehouse, by the way. People are afraid of an empty warehouse. Never be afraid of an empty warehouse. You just got to get it rented out. I have other buildings. In fact, I can show you another one out here actually, and then I'll show you. I'll show you a property. This is actually, there's so many stories. I could, like I say, I can rattle on for a very long time when it comes to real estate because of the amount of properties that I bought. Where is it? Let's see. Golly. Yeah, so look, this is a warehouse building. This one is 16,000 square feet. Now this has a 9.25 cap, a 9.25% cap rate. So in other words, if you paid $1 million for this and it had a 9.25 cap, those that don't understand this, it would mean that, that I would be getting $92,250 a year. Okay. But this is a property I paid $1.6 million for. So it gave me a return of $144,000 a year. And, which is a 9.25 cap rate. Now, even though I paid cash for this, I did a reverse 1031, and you'll learn about that stuff. I bought 3 houses, and I rolled the profits from those 3 houses and paid cash for this building. These are the kinds of stories that you should be interested in if you have a passion for real estate. Listen, if your eyes are glazing over right now while I'm talking, this probably isn't for you. It really isn't. And I discourage anybody to getting into real estate if they're not into it. You got to be into it. You're not going to do well if you're not into it. So Liam just wrote, I found a strip mall I really like, but a little too far for me. So let's talk about that, Liam. How many square feet? What's the return? Because you'll be surprised. I don't like properties that are far away that I can't watch. But I've got an affection for retail centers and industrial buildings, to be quite honest, that they can be a little bit further away, apartment building, I'd rather be a little bit closer. Just keep an eye on the property. People do stupid things, and you can have bad managers. You can have a lot of things that can mess with you if you don't do it right. And that's what I do. That's the best thing you'll find about me is I'm a very accessible mentor. And when you got a question or you got a deal cooking, we want to get on it. We want to get it signed and get it done and make you some money. And that's what's gone on. And Liam is a great example of that. And all these guys you see, behind me and gals, they're fairly new to real estate, or new to, like Ken actually been in real estate a long time, but you know what he didn't know? He didn't know retail. He was a little bit afraid of commercial retail properties, and we got him up to speed very quickly, and he's made over $1.3 million at this point. He's bought 2 beautiful centers that I would love to own myself, and he made about $600,000 on the first one, and about the same on the second. Then he made $200,000 on the last one. Clint says, don't forget about your electricians. Yeah. Listen, it's one of the few things. I try not to mess with electricity too much. I got too much going and get too many calls. But I've seen some people get hurt, so you got to be careful. I have very good electricians, and I'm glad you're one of them, Clint. Not for me personally, but he's in the class. There's another person in the class, and so look. To the point of this video is, why do deals happen, right? Why do deals, how do they come about? And I'm looking for some video I just got. Let's see. Let me see if I can show you. So I've got a property. Yeah, here it is. So this is taken very, very, not long ago, like very, very recently, like very recently. And this is when I expect to have closed within the month. And this is a good example of what a property looks like, where there maybe the property isn't so much in distress, and this one's horrible. It's pretty bad, but sometimes it's the people that are in distress. People. The things that bring about deals, are kind of universal. There's death, there's divorce, there's depression, there's just retiring and moving on. So these things happen, and not everybody cares about wringing out every penny on a deal, and it's like a nuisance to them. They want to get rid of it. Andrew filled out. Yeah, I'm glad you filled out. Listen, if you're really sincere about changing your life, like making money and being in real estate, take time to fill out. Go to FlipAnythingUSA.com/Black Friday. Okay. FlipAnythingUSA.com/Black Friday. Links are below. Or take the mentorship survey. Sign up for the webinar. Get my book. My book's been a bestseller on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. But those are the indicators that you probably have a passion. And if you have a passion for something, I'm telling you, you'll make a lot of money at it, and you'll never feel like you really worked a day in your life if you love your job. And that's how my students feel. They love their new occupation as an investor, and many of them are becoming full-time investors, right? And what allows that is the money. It's so lucrative at times. If you'd follow the fundamentals, listen, I tell everybody, easy to do, hard to undo. It should feel like Christmas when you're buying something. When you're buying a piece of property, there shouldn't be any ifs, ands, or buts, or any anxiety. The anxiety should be like, I can't wait to get it closed. I want to get busy working on it. Because you're going to make money. If you're making the right decision, you're going to make money, and that is what is so wonderful. Like I tell one of my students, he's made a lot of money. He's actually made over $3 million now, and he will tell you that the only property that he still made money on it, but he didn't make as much money on, which is, I consider that a mistake. You buy something and you don't make much money on it, you kind of made a mistake. Losing money is a terrible mistake. But wasting your time on something that doesn't make you much is a mistake. But he said, Tom, the only property I regret buying is the one I didn't listen to you on. And he said, it didn't feel like Christmas. He goes, you told me don't buy it unless it feels like Christmas. And he goes, and that one didn't feel like Christmas when I bought it. And that one I regret a little bit. And so, and it really, he still made money on it. But like I said, this is a guy that's made over $3 million now since he's been in the mentorship. He's got $4 million worth of property, $1 million in debt, plus he's put some money in his pocket. So look, I'm going to share this video I just took just a little while ago. But this is an example of a home that, is, I wish you could smell it. You know what I mean? Even that would tell you a lot. But you can see there's a bashed-in door. There's probably some big issues, big things going on that took this to a point where, this is now going to be mine. So let's watch a little bit. All right. So I'm actually in a property that's in We'll skip over that just a little bit. Sure. Actually, super stinky, rats like crazy. There is rat shit everywhere. And what's worse than the rat shit is it smells of rat urine. Heavily rat urine. And the overall, but this building's got good bones. You can see. It's not damaged up. It's old, but it's not bad. Just that one door. Tile on the floor is good. There's rooms that don't have, any carpet or flooring. It could use some flooring for sure. But, I would say that this is, to do a nice job, it's maybe $10,000, $20,000 away from being restored. And this one makes sense, and I'm excited about it. And I've got two more just like it that I bought just before I bought, just recently. I bought one 2 weeks ago. And then look up the father-son deal. It's a father-son investing. You'll see another one that I bought, maybe 2 months ago. I'm kind of terrible at time, but in the last 3 months for sure. This will be number 3. And I bought over $10 million worth of property, I think, in the last, maybe 2.5, 3 years, something like that. I've slacked off a little bit because I take care of my students. So let's watch a little more. It's clean and neat for the most part. Onyx, easy to fix, and depending on the price, could throw a little money in it. Probably leave the tile floor. Yeah, the tile floor is decent. All right. So look, hey, if you just got here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You want to learn about real estate, you'll learn a lot here, I promise you. And anyways, this is actually the exact same floor plan of a house I bought nearby 2.5 years ago. I bought over 50. Well, this will be number 16. This will be the 16th property I bought in this area. I actually almost have this exact same plan. Also, got a lot of old junky furniture inside. Bookcase. Interesting. But got the popcorn on the ceiling. Anyways, just sharing the latest. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, FlipAnythingUSA. There you go. And we'll see you later. So this is kind of like, a half hour in the life or a piece of the day. And look, there's no lifestyle like it. There's just nothing better. The banks love real estate. That's why they loan you money. They'll leverage so much and give you so much time to pay for it, unlike anything else. So Andrew wrote, I read the book and filled out the mentorship survey a few weeks ago. Oh, well, Andrew, I'm sorry. Hey, just write me an email, Tom@FlipAnythingUSA, or just fill out go to the FlipAnythingUSA.com/Black Friday. I'll call you Friday or maybe even tonight. I don't care. Got relatives coming in. So tomorrow, of course, is Thanksgiving. Wishing everybody the best. And it's a great time to hang with family. And I'm a new grandpa myself. So anxious to play with my grandson over this weekend. And, there's so many people you can help within your family. And even outside of your network, of friends, the options that come with being successful in real estate, is primarily financial, right? In other words, and money is a big problem for other people. To be honest, even though I don't come from money, we had powdered milk and, we were on welfare when I was a kid. It was the ability. You just never forget that. You never forget going without. But I have really not hurt for money my entire life, in my adult life, I should say. And it's real estate is what closed that gap. I can show you properties I've made anywhere from $100,000 to over $2 million. I figure I made $800,000 on that one that I bought a few years ago. I started to show you this property out here. Let me show you this. This is like a little strip center, and these are the kinds of properties that I hold, I keep. There's like a barber shop and a dry cleaner and a karate studio and a veterinary and some will have liquor stores and some will have a bar and or a restaurant. These are, I don't know why that's showing up. And this is on a very, very, this is on a prime thoroughfare. Look at that traffic. That's money. When you see 5 lanes of traffic and you see, freeways in the distance, you want to be, that's the path, right? That's the path. That's where everybody wants to be, where all the traffic is. So PGM, are you putting new bathroom and kitchen in it? No, I don't have to. Just cleaning that. That one will just get cleaned up. That one I'll probably leave just as is. It'll clean up nicely. You don't have to. Listen, people, a lot of times, as long as something's super clean and neat and not damaged, it can be old. And sometimes that's a much better play, is to sell something without doing anything to it as long as it's presented nicely. In other words, if the tile is intact, and the sinks aren't scratched up, if the people took care of the place, you can have a place with Formica countertops. That one had Formica countertops in the kitchen. It had onyx, cultured marble, they call it, in the bathrooms, and that's okay. Scrub it clean, and people will go, you know what? We're going to buy this, and someday we'll replace the countertop. Someday we'll do this and we'll do that. And that's fine, because I would rather they do it in the future than me have to do it now. Now, other times, if it's really ugly, then of course rip it all out, put in new, granite or quartz countertops. It's kind of a no-brainer. So look, I'm gonna take you to one of my students, Steve. Guy's just awesome guy. He's made over $1 million and probably $2 million by now. He actually just landed a couple of really, really nice homes that he got a really good deal on. And, anyhow, so meet Steve here.
Hey, let's sign this $1 million deal. I've never, done this in my life. I was like freaking out, and after reading Tom's book and being involved in his mentorship, I've been able to make a couple $100,000 on a house, another couple $100,000 on another house, and what I estimate is up in excess of $1 million in equity on a commercial building that I bought. So it's very real, and it's very tangible. So highly recommend it.
So you're about to hear Steve's story and how he made over $1 million in my mentorship. But hey, before we go any further, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It helps the channel. I appreciate it, and you're going to really enjoy this. Hope you stick around.
Okay, you're going to have to see this because you're not going to believe it. You see the cabin in the background? Literally looking at the place right now, we just did a handshake deal on his property.
Tom's class is approachable for literally everyone. I'm an immigrant, broken English. I'm a mechanic. Everyone can do it, everyone.
I made a pretty good amount of money.
Once I realized that Tom was the real deal, I went ahead and I bought the course. I made over $1 million in real estate in 1 year, and I have no cash invested.
I'm on the verge now of doing another deal. I'm going to spend 75 and I'm going maybe to 180.
We texted back and forth, we call each other, he gave me some advice. The support is right there. Not somebody else, but he's gonna answer. He's gonna give you the support.
I didn't know anything, so if I can do it in a town of 4,500 people, you can do it anywhere.
I don't like to lose. I don't want you to lose a deal. I take it personally if I'm helping you that it gets away from you. It hadn't happened yet, by the way.
I had the bank invite me to a board meeting because they're like, how are you finding these deals? We're just very curious how you're putting these deals together, Ron.
4 years worth of salary,
Wow.
Just in 1 year.
I got to get going because he just signed a contract. I got to go write him a check. Close the deal.
Yeah, hi, my name's Steve, and I bought Tom's book a couple years ago, and it's information in that book has helped change my mindset, helped change the way I look at properties and opportunities that are out there. Being involved in his mentorship has given me the support that I've needed to even gain more knowledge and more understanding and confidence in the real estate game, for sure.
Tom here, FlipAnythingUSA. So today I got a special guest, Steve Knowlton. Steve is somebody that bought my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate, and then he later joined the mentorship. Thanks for being here, Steve. It's always inspiring when I have people that have been in the mentorship and people that read the book that have made money utilizing the stuff that they've learned. I'd like people to hear it from you. So what got you started? How'd you first end up buying my book, let's say?
Yeah. Hey, Tom, thanks for having me today. Yeah, it's been a long process. YouTube, I was on YouTube looking at different things, came across Meet Kevin, kind of when a couple years ago, just started kind of snooping around on YouTube and came across your videos, and that's how I bought your book. I was in the process of, I think I just bought a house. I've always kind of had a thing for real estate, owned a few houses over the years. But I just bought another house with the intention of flipping it because I just didn't I liked the neighborhood. It was not our ideal neighborhood. It was, but it was just something I knew that I wasn't going to live in forever. So that kind of set me on the course to, you know, want to do something bigger. The next go around. Came across your book and I ordered it. I think I watched a couple of your videos and I was like, wow, $10, you can't beat that. This is, how can I go wrong? So
Yeah, lose $10.
yeah, no. So I bought the book.
So, Steve is just one of many students that's done really well. And just so you know, you can do it too. Look, I've got this Black Friday sale I'm promoting. Thanksgiving tomorrow. If you want to take advantage, you can get in before Sunday. And or if you see this up, then I'll still extend it to you. But, people just don't know what they don't know. But you might be able to identify with some of the people that, that have had such success, and he's just one of many. Garrett's
Tom
another
here,
person.
FlipAnythingUSA.
Garrett here, he made $25,000 when just with the book. And then he came back and joined the mentorship, and he's made hundreds of thousands since. This is a very real and tangible way to make money, and you can even talk to some of my students if you want to sometime. But anyways, I'm going to play this, and then we're going to call it an evening. So today I've got Garrett Humphreys. Garrett was one of the earliest purchasers of my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate, and he's also somebody that took the mentorship.
It's the best thing I ever did.
I can't say enough how valuable it is just to have access to you and your knowledge of just single family homes, commercial. Like you said, you're a millionaire. You've made millions in several different areas of real estate, and just being able to tap into that is very valuable.
Yeah, well, it's rewarding when somebody like you actually, takes the info and runs with it too. The way I met you is you actually sent in a picture of the check you made, and I think you were telling us you bought a trailer. And
Yeah.
it was shortly after getting the book.
Well, yeah, I've been doing, what they call wholesaling a little bit before being introduced to you. So it wasn't exactly my first deal, but it was probably around 2016 or 17, right around the time you started the channel. I had been doing that. I had been making a little bitty check.
So anyways, Garrett made that, and then he's gone on to make more. I don't even know if we have, I'll scrub through to see if we got any pictures and stuff. But again, I'm not. A lot of people find these things boring. I love seeing it. It's just a wonderful thing to see. Just to see my students prosper so well.
That property I got for $260,000, and after doing all the numbers, that property could have sold for $450,000.
And what a celebration when you sold it and you got to say, "We did it! We made $100,000."
Yeah. It was a very, very good feeling.
So Herb, you just saw there, he's in New York actually, and he made a killer deal, made over $100,000. FlipAnythingUSA. So today I have a great guest, Herb Cortez, joined the mentorship 2 years ago. What do you think, Herb?
It's about a year and a half. Oh, almost 2 years, I'm gonna say, yes.
Yeah. Herb is a real estate agent in New York. You've been an agent. You've been watching other people make money, correct, on some deals? What was your
Yes, I've seen many deals where the investor makes a lot of money, and I'm on the side wondering why I'm not making that money. Well, I found.
So, that's the thing. You don't have to be on the sidelines. Sometimes you just got to step it up. But I understand there's so many fake gurus out there, and there's people that you can't trust. You'll find out very quickly I'm 100% authentic, and nobody quite puts on, a webinar or a demonstration like I do. I use all of my properties, not all, but nearly every property I've ever bought. I can do that. I can go through the history because I have been doing it so long, and it's not limited to any particular skinny scope. It's very, very broad, and you can see it and experience it for yourself. But I'm gonna play a little bit more Herb here, and then we'll call it an evening.
Found the property through your teachings, especially from your book. That property I got for $260,000, And after doing all the numbers, that property could have sold for $450. I wanted to do the rehab on the property since that was one of my goals. I wanted to learn the process from A to Z. I'm on my property today. I'm gonna turn on the camera so you guys can see.
Oh.
And that property just gave me everything. I learned everything. Well,
so just so you know, what you're seeing is segments from a couple different classes where we share, the deal, how it got found, what we did to land it, get it signed. And now in this case, Herb, who'd never done a remodel before, took him through the whole process, and he did a successful remodel. Even though he doesn't have, carpenter skills, he was able to do it. And actually, he did. And once in a while, some of the people that are in the class will connect, which is also a beautiful thing. But it became a family affair. He got this house done, and then once it was done, he had his wife and one of his children helping him, clean the place up and getting it ready for sale and putting it on the market and getting it sold. And it's a beautiful thing. He made over $100,000. And listen, it's real. Get out there and take time. Sign up for the webinar. Sign up for the mentorship, and you'll be locked in at the lowest rate that you'll ever get from me. And if you get the book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate, and do that. And then we can have a phone call, and I'll give you my best advice for what you can do with what you got. And, the worst case is you just get some, get some free advice from somebody that's been doing it for a long time. So anyways, hey, thanks for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving. See ya. You want to learn how to make millions of dollars in real estate? I've made tens of millions over my lifetime, and I'm showing people how to do it. Get in my free webinar. I have it every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Go to the link below, FlipAnythingUSA.com/webinar. Sign up for it. You can talk to me face-to-face if you want. Don't waste any time. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You don't want to miss my channel. I've been doing it for years.